Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX setups for today. So a lot of political noise in Europe at the moment, so I don't really expect this to do anything today. The S&P 500 did get moving yesterday, which is looking fairly interesting, but I think for me, this is still very much range bound, and until we clear this range, I wouldn't really want to be trying to second guess this at the moment. So yeah, you can see we came back down to 18,050 and buyer stepped in, but we are still technically below the moving averages, and the moving averages are still very, very flat. So this is a classic textbook range, and we've been in it for 2 weeks, so I have a feeling we are going to continue in the range for the rest of the week. Now, 3 hour does not change the picture at all. Been a big move down. If anything, it starts looking a little bit bearish as we come up to this pin bar here, and you can see quite a bit of interaction at this level, and that's 18,221. So I'm interested in what happened yesterday more than anything else, and you can see it was one-way traffic to the downside, pulled back. We haven't really paid attention to structure. 18,192 is something that you want to be paying attention to, and then obviously there's another one up here as well. So somewhere in 18,221, 18,262, or even 18,192, I would expect a rejection somewhere around here for another move down. Now, V reversals are rare, and this at the moment is a V reversal. So you'd always expect a second attempt down, not necessarily to come and test the levels at the downside, but another leg down, which then creates a higher low. So that's kind of what we're looking for. Here's an example: strong move down, there's a V reversal, then it rolls over, forms a higher low, and then continues. So that's kind of what you're looking for. But with the moving averages as flat as they are at the moment, oscillators are lining up for that scenario anyway, so we are looking for a rejection here somewhere. But with all the snap polls and elections going on in the world at the moment, and for the rest of this year, it's going to be fairly volatile. So lots of changes happening around the world. Could be a good thing, but it's also unknown. So I think that's kind of what the fear is at the moment. 15-minute doesn't really change my view at the moment. So you're granted we're sort of above the moving averages now. We're at the 150 EMA. So if you get above here, here being 18,221, then you're definitely looking to close this gap at 18,262, and then visiting the top of the range at 18,356. A lot of data coming out today. So I'm just going to zoom back out to the 3 hour. So there's a lot of data coming out today, which could be bullish, could be negative. You don't know. But for me at the moment, this volatility that we've had for last week and so far this week is a telling sign. Now, if the week closes down in this zone of 18,054, that is going to give you a fairly big engulfing bar. But if you look at that weekly, this is the second week in a row which we have a weekly range bar. So you can see there it's clear as daylight. Those are the two levels that you want to be playing, and it's previous week's high and low basically, that you want to either get above or below to look for your trade setup. So for now, this is still a patient sit back and wait. Don't try to get involved in this kind of nonsense. And you look at it on the hour, you're going to try and kick yourself, because, well, even in fact, if you look at it on the 50 minutes, you're going to be fairly harsh on yourself. If I just use this level here, there's a pullback. That's the level. There's multiple levels here, and you can see down, up, rejection and then get going. But it could so easily have just gone the other way as well. So hindsight being the perfect science, there is the inside bar off a level, a fairly weak level, because if I go to the hour, well, not so weak, here's the hour pin bar, so I'll take that back, and there's another pin bar there. Okay, hindsight is the perfect science, that's that completely, but you can see there's a pin bar, there's another pin bar, so that's a fairly strong level on the hour. Come back down, even down to the 5 minutes at the market open, and look at what we had here. We had a little range forming, an attempted break above, and then there's your trigger bar there for a stop above there. So that's a 30-point stop loss. If I do this on the 15 minutes, there's my inside bar, but that next bar would have gone past it, so it would have been interesting, but nevertheless stop area would have been a bit higher in my view. I would have had a 70-point stop loss on that, and barrel through those levels. Your next level would have been the take profit area, 240 point. So that's almost a 3-to-1. Well, it is a 3-to-1. It's a 3-to-1 trade that we missed. Well, I missed. Hope somebody got it. Anyway, hindsight's always a perfect science, but it's also if you have the time to sit and watch the lower time frames, which a lot of times I don't have. So I tend to focus on the hour and 3-hour charts before taking trades. So anyway, that was a trade, strong move down. Now the question is, are we going to get a rejection in the zone that we're in now for another leg down? If we do get that rejection, I'd be watching this 18054 very, very closely, because if we break through that, that then sets up this flag that we've been watching for some time, and it gets us a second move down, which equates to this. Like that. Well, in actual fact, it would come off that tail there. And let's just look left to see what's there. There is structure here as well. That's 17797. So basically 17800 would be the next logical step if we break below the low of this range. Anyway, I'm sitting on my hands again today. Don't really have time to pay attention to this at the 15 and 5 minute levels that we need to catch a trade. So I'm waiting for this range to break. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.